Like the video and subscribe right now, or you will find this doggo in your closet. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Abortion is never medically necessary to save the life of a mother. When I was 2, my sister was twice my age. Now I'm 40. How old is my sister? Twice 2 is 4. So add 4 years to her current age. School system failed some. Kid is running for school board. A few weeks ago my kid was approached by a parent with a list of approximate 200 books she wanted banned. My kid glanced at the list and gave back saying, "After you read these books, give me page, feet and reason for ban and I'll look into it." Hasn't heard back. Hey, I'm doing alright. What's up? I'm leaving for New York tonight and really want to do a photo shoot if you're interested. If I have time. Schedule is kinda full at the moment. Also I don't work for free. Sorry about that. It says you're a freelance photographer. Freelance means you work for yourself and not tied to anyone. A freelance photographer means you work for free. This guy has been waiting for this moment his entire life. Base $26.86. Tip pie. Total $30. He waited his entire life to show he cannot do basic math. $26.86 plus $2.14 equals $29. How is $5 a day ridiculous? That's roughly $20 per month for 2 meals a day. Sounds like a bargain to me. Is that dairy-free mayo? Mayo has eggs. Some don't consider egg dairy. It's time to boycott the word cisgender. Cis is pejorative and degrading. Cis derives from cis, which is a derivative of sissy, a slang word that means weak coward. Shame on the person who came up with the word cisgender. It's insulting, discriminatory, and derogatory. What nobody is willing to say is that the blacks were a lot happier as pre-Civil War slaves. They were fed, had clothes on their back, and were a lot safer from black criminals. And if you listen to their old songs and see the pictures, you can tell they led a blessed life in Christ. To spell allegedly, an anesthesiologist is facing federal charges in Texas, where investigators allege he tampered with intravenous bags, causing the death of a Dallas physician. Why not send a satellite up to orbit the moon and show us these so-called flags on the moon? I know why. That is literally what the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter did. It is in the video you are commenting on. What's the earliest to crop puppy's ear? If you breed 2 dogs with their ears cropped, then the pups are born with cropped ears. I believe mental illnesses are basically demon possession in a nutshell. Demons have different names. Revolution. America literally defeated you in the Revolutionary War. Delete this. But it's flat cause the water would all be at the bottom. If this is not satire, the earth is round because gravity is in the center of the globe, making water try to go to it, but the land blocks it. But gravity pulls down though. Why would it even stay on the planet at all if it's being pulled down to the center of the universe? It's not being pulled down to the center of the universe. There is no gravity in space even, but there is no point in arguing. Let's drop this. Dropping just like my IQ listening to Globetrotters. Dropping like something trying to go to the center of the earth because gravity. Not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking camels. Planting wolves from a different ecosystem into a place they don't belong is anti-nature. The killing these wolves have done to the native species is unrepairable. Wolves are 100% native to Yellowstone, not these wolves. That's why people are so mad. These are from Canada. Yellowstone is not in Canada. These wolves have herd populations of deer and elk and moose among others. A grey wolf is a grey wolf regardless of where it comes from. What you're saying is like saying that leopards in South Africa are a different species to leopards in Kenya. Stop kidding yourself and do some research. Maybe I should search for articles and papers written by zoologists and or ecologists. It won't take that long to find out why half of the people in these states oppose the introduction of invasive species. Wolves are native to Yellowstone, meaning they are not invasive. 52 cents an hour. I'm looking for a babysitter as soon as possible. Paying $125 per week. I'll provide all that is needed for the child's care. What are your hours like? 5 AM until 6 PM. Okay, so 52 cents per hour. Good luck. Humans are mammals, not animals. Please revisit elementary school. Me and my vulva. 100 women reveal all. The correct word is vagina. I love Rihanna, but she's trying to one-up Cardi B by having the media show her in good light to make Cardi look bad. Sorry boo boo, and we prefer Cardi instead ma. Let's ask the crowd to prove it, Mrs. Fenty. Cardi B 5%, Rihanna 95%. That's gotta hurt. Average bullet top speed 1,700 miles per hour. Average SR-71 top speed 2,000 miles per hour. Gloveteds believe this piece of shit flew 17,500 miles per hour. Mayo. Physics says that gas pressure requires a container. Research NASA lies. The Earth is 4,000 years old. Change my mind. The half-life of uranium-238 is 4.5 billion years. It decays into radium-226, which in turn decays into radon-222. Radon-222 becomes plutonium-210, which finally decays into a stable nuclide, lead. The existence of lead as an element disproves the 4,000-year-old myth. Protein is detrimental to the body, highly acidic, and is a big cause of disease. Protein is unnatural to the body. You can still gain muscle with fasting. It may take longer, but you can gain and build muscle. Yeah, people in this sub annoy me, but at least you're right. No, I said you are, which is yeah. Dumbus lol. It is 100% your. You could have just edited your comment and taken the L. You're 100% the dumbest duck on the internet. Pants were invented for men, not women. It's impossible for a woman to wear pants, jeans, yoga pants, dress pants, leggings, dungarees, etc. without sexualizing her body, since they highlight her legs, curves, and rear end. Women who want to be modest should not own pants at all. Oh. Do you claim something different? Because the fact is there is not a single gay Qatari, or do you hold a different opinion? The sun revolves around the earth. That's what it's written in the title, plain and simple. People learn at school that the earth revolves around the sun, and also learn that there's no absolute spatial reference. For some reason they still believe that the heliocentric model is the truth of how nature works and disregard any geocentric model. That makes absolute no sense. The scientists only chose to describe the celestial body's movement using the sun's center of mass, but there's no physical necessity for this choice. We can also describe our stellar system using the US, the observer, as reference, and the model is also correct. Hi, I'm a male in my mid-30s looking for a place that's tidy and clean, that has a lawn or yard, and has flatmates who enjoy socializing some weekends, odd drinks etc. Needs reliable internet connection as I'm a computer science and business management major who works from the abode and does projects like music and websites on the weekends, when not with friends. Thanks. You mean Adobe. How can you be a computer scientist if you can't spell Adobe correctly? Haha. Yeah. Abode means place. Dead SA pastor still in morgue. 400 days after vow to resurrect. Yeah bro, I did a nasty with a lesbian lol. Did you use a condom? No. She's a lesbian. She can't get pregnant bro. Glow birth was not pushed until the 1920s. Likely the push for glow birth happened in the 20s. This was the time in which the Rockefellers founded the American Education Board. Rockefellers also headed most of the foundations of modern archaeology that we know today. We talk about how Copernicus headed the modern push for heliocentrism, but to be honest, I'm highly skeptical that he even existed at all. I think at this point it is more than obvious that the majority of our known history is almost entirely fabricated. It's not that I think people are being fooled by just space. I think people are being fooled by everything you have ever been taught. Fossil fuel is a finite resource. What happens when we run out? Plan ahead. Solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and the rest of the green power sources are just that, sources of power. Wrong. They call it fossil fuel only because fossilized shells come up when drilling the well. Crude oil is produced in the mantle and comes to the surface due to heat and pressure. When a well is pumped dry, it's capped and mapped. A couple of decades later you can return to the well, uncap it, and start pumping crude oil out again. Fracking simply causes cracks to form around the well foot, allowing crude oil to flow faster from below the well foot, refilling the strata where the oil collects. Black seed oil cures everything. Stop letting people scare you. 5 things that should be in every household: black seed oil, black charcoal tablets, honey, pine tree needle, gully root. Thank me later. Stop minding these health ministers and doctors who getting paid to make you sick. If there weren't sicknesses, these people would be out of a job. Wake up, this is 2022. 1984 by George Orwell. Pro-communist content. If a girl is on birth control and she likes you, consider it an insult. Birth control literally alters a woman's sexual preference to find beta males more attractive. This is not an opinion or a joke. It's real fact. Absolutely explains why no woman on birth control, they pretty much are these days, has ever found me attractive. Genius. I think it's pretty gross people breastfeed. It's not milk, it's body fluids. Might as well feed your little one your pee. We have bottles and formula that's meant to feed your baby. Stop giving your body fluid a classy name by calling it milk. It's not milk. Milk comes from cows. It's almost like saying almonds make milk. Idiots everywhere. People don't understand that you don't have to be from a Latin American country to be Latino. For example, I'm Irish American, but I identify as Latina because I love really hard. If you got me, I got you. It's an attitude more than anything. Did you know? 90% of all today's products in food sales did not exist 100 years ago, as did 90% of health problems. Ukraine is definitely not in Europe, lol. How did you manage to reach that conclusion? Is Ukraine part of the EU? No. Is Ukraine geographically part of Europe? No. Is Ukraine populated by European people? No. Is Ukraine a contributor to European culture, for instance literature? No. They found a humanoid tooth in Georgia, country not the state, that's 1.8 million years old. Georgia is a state, not a country. United States is a country. Jennifer Lawrence reveals name, Shreks of her 6-month-old child. First you have to understand the concept that men do not have babies. Men who pretend to be women and want babies must use a surrogate. He used a surrogate. Mom. Son, be careful, they're saying there is mercury in Gatorade. Please don't drink it. Women do ovulate, dogs do not. ETA. Also estrum, oestrus, the period of heat or rut, the period of maximum sexual receptivity of the female. Nobody thinks dogs and humans have the same kind of periods, but it is a period of heat and a period of sexual receptivity. In short, a period. I can't imagine why those countries are still using the metric system. Base 10 with just 3 divisors is so absolutely inferior to a base 12, 24, or 60 system. It's not a coincidence that no one uses base 10 for time or mathematics. Example, degrees in a circle. Metric is basically for people too stupid to do math in their heads. With everyone having a calculator now, it's time to abandon it for a more relevant system. This has to be bait. I don't care what anyone else says. Nope. But all the downvotes from math illiterates is humorous. Here's a quick example. Say you are putting up a fence using 4 posts, one on each end and the other 2 equally spaced inside. Your property is 37 meters long. You can't do it accurately. If your property is 37 yards long, you can do it precisely. Or you have a recipe that you want to cut into a third or a quarter or a sixth. You can easily do it in imperial measurements, not in the antiquated base 10 metric system. Can you imagine trying to use metric for geometry? An equilateral triangle would have angles of 33.333333 degrees. Oh my god, you're actually this ducking moronic. God has left us. I know math is hard for you, isn't it? That fence problem went over your head. I'm sorry. The owner of this electric vehicle Chevy Bolt did what no electric vehicle manufacturer has done so far. Something completely logical. I've always wondered why these vehicles haven't been designed to use the energy that wheel rotation produces to charge the batteries of the vehicle. This man made it at home. What you see in the frame is a generator that produces current that charges batteries. You no longer need to stop to charge batteries at charging stations or charge them at night at home. While the vehicle runs, it charges the batteries. Simple. Elemental, my dear Watson. This guy thinks pickles are pickled cucumbers. Cut 10 laws a day 4 days a week at $30. $1,200 per week equals 1.2 million per year. Electric vehicle charging station today. Guess the price to charge. Yep, 32 cents a minute. That is $19.28 an hour. It takes 8 hours for a full charge. That is $153.60 for a full charge. And most electric vehicles get about 358 miles on a charge. That is $0.44 a mile. An F350 pulling a horse trailer gets better mileage. If you can't see it, you're lost. You're lost. Please attempt better grammar. Microscopic look at a bee stinger versus the point of a needle. The precision of nature beats the clumsy attempts of humans every time. Also funny how world hunger wasn't a thing before capitalism became global, but at least capitalist countries have lessened a problem that they've created. That's about as great as me setting a house on fire then rescuing some of the people in the house and claiming I decreased the amount of people dying from house fires. The set is fun to open and taste different snacks. My daughter was happy, but those items I could find the expiry date were expired. My daughter had to eat expired snacks because if I would take it from her she would not be happy. It's means a machismo quality, which isn't Shrexism. Shrexism is discrimination against a gender. Some people can't separate these ideas. Machismo is a celebration of masculinity, like Big D energy. What the duck are you saying? Machismo literally refers to the belief that men are superior to women. Machista is synonym with misogynist, and the words are used interchangeably in Spanish. I'm Latin American, and I have never heard in my life machismo used to mean big dick energy. Is that what Google Translate told you? I literally was born and live in Latin America. You were very confidently wrong, my dude. Do you at least speak Spanish? Let's play a game. You're now the president. Make a change to your country. First reply will choose how it will backfire. Featured comment. Minecraft lessons. My parents. Buy me a phone. Me. Uses the phone that my parents bought for me. My parents. Surprised Pikachu face. If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.